some businesses, I swear to God, are retarded. I swear it's like some businesses nowadays just, their main goal in life is to stress people out and be ignorant. Oh my God. I just like was on the phone with a company, and I'm not going to say the company's name because God forbid they catch this video and then they're like, I was talking about a situation and I said the word shit while I was talking. I kid you not. They were like dead silent for like 2 minutes. And they went, wow. Like, I was like, okay, grow off. I'm like, it's not that deep. And I'm trying to like straighten something out that was actually really serious. I'm trying to like get something. I wasn't mad. I wasn't angry. But sometimes when I talk, because I'm trying to get things like figured out, I get I'm very straightforward when I'm trying to get across, and I want people to understand what I'm saying and how serious the matter is. And they twist it and they take it in the wrong way, and they think that I'm just being mean, or they think that I have an attitude. And I'm like, they're miscommunicating what I'm trying to do here. I'm like, I'm not being mean. I'm literally just trying to say to you that like this is it. This is the facts, and it's like I'm not gonna bullshit around the facts. I'm just like a non-bullshit person when it comes to certain things. But the world, sometimes people will just be like, you have an attitude? Like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't have an attitude. I'm just trying to talk. Anyways, I made myself a little turkey sandwich. I thought I'd hop on here and have it with you guys. I did not buy any chips. I'm mad at myself. But I did get this banging coffee. That's now kind of cold because I was on the phone. It's by Starbucks. It's Starbucks Cafe Verona, and it has notes of dark cocoa and caramelized sugar. It's dark roast. It's delicious. That's my new favorite coffee for now, and it's delicious. It actually has hints of like chocolate. You can taste it. Sometimes when I get busy, I don't eat. I did that yesterday. That wasn't good. By 5 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, I was extremely sick. I didn't feel well. People nowadays are just too sensitive too. Way too sensitive. This other generation that's below me, they're like in their 20s, late teens. So sensitive. Like, you can't say squat. Like, if you say anything to them, they're like, I'm like, you guys would never survive in the time that I grew up in. From my kids, my teens, all the way up into my late 20s. That world that I lived in was way different. And they would have never survived. But I'm telling you, it was a fun time. This generation now below me is just, they're weird. They're frustrating. Not fun. They got their priorities all jacked up. They got their priorities all over the place. And talk about relationship problems. Holy smokes. They cannot keep a relationship. There's always a reason. Social media is to blame. That other generation, they basically circulate their lives around social media. So if your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, just looks. I remember when I was with my ex-husband, when we were still dating, Facebook was starting to become popular at that time. It wasn't like huge like it is now, but MySpace was kind of just dying out, and it was in between MySpace and Facebook world. So it was like in between. But we had already, me and my ex-husband, we had already switched over to Facebook completely. His whole family did. Like, pretty much everybody we knew was already on Facebook. I remember back then, it was such a beautiful day. I just got distracted by this guy. I remember back then, you know, men are stupid. Guys are dumb. Like, they literally, you'll see a girl walking by, and there's a booty, they're gonna look. Most guys will. But that doesn't really mean anything. He would, you know, I'd be like standing right behind him, you know, and he'd be like scrolling, and he would slowly look at a girl, and, you know, but men are stupid. That's just the way they are. We would like, I would yell at him about it, of course, or I would, you know, I'd say to him, like, really? You know, but it was to a point where we were able to not negotiate, we were able to communicate between each other and talk about it. Not break up. Not just like leave each other because of the whole entire situation. It happens. It doesn't mean that it's a deal breaker in the relationship. Now, if they are physically cheating on you and you find evidence, then that's different. But nowadays, that other generation, they just, oh my God, like if you say you're walking through a mall and your boyfriend looks, or your girlfriend looked over at the opposite sex, automatically we're breaking up. You're getting a minor petty argument over this, the pettiest, smallest, we're breaking up. I don't know if it's just me. Like, I'm the type of person that I evaluate arguments. Like, it's basically, my mom always told me, there's something on my camera, it's driving me crazy. My mom always told me you have to outweigh, like, your battles and your wars. So there's things that are just tiny little battles, and then there's things that are like dead on wars. And the wars are the kind of the situations where you're in that red zone where you're starting to decide if your relationship is going to float or is it going to sink. Battles are when you're just basically just you're not agreeing on something or whatever, and you're just arguing and you're just mad at each other, and that's just the way it is. Give it a couple of hours or a day. It usually resolves on its own, and you're just kind of like whatever, and you just laugh it off. A war is when it's like detrimental. Like, usually it's about, you know, actual physical cheating or, you know, stuff like that. Nowadays, this generation, they fight over anything. They'll fight over looking at a rock. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's literally so stupid now. And the sensitivity of that other generation, it's just, I'm scared for my future because I'm going on 40 years old. And I'm going to be in a senior citizen home one day, hopefully. Hopefully I'm fortunate enough to get to that. Like, my dad, he's 67 years old. And my dad is very self-sufficient. My dad takes care of himself. He's got a job. He works. He's actually got 2 jobs. He's, you know, I strive to be like that because I don't want to be a weak, brittle senior citizen that can't take care of themselves, because I don't want this generation taking care of me. It scares the living daylights out of me because of how ignorant this generation is, and they literally have no work ethic. They don't. I was at the store the other day, and it was a Dollar Tree. Now, Dollar Tree has always been popping. Like, it's always been a really great place to go. And also, it's, you know, and this is pretty much everywhere. It was at Walmart the other day, Dollar Tree, like all the stores. One cash register working. And I looked over at that empty cash register just sitting there, and I said, how sad is it that nobody wants to work anymore? This cash register is just sitting there empty. There's nobody there, and there was a line of people circled all the way around, and there's just one guy doing the job of 2 because nobody wants to go to work. People are calling in. They're quitting for stupid reasons. They're literally just quitting because I went to work the other day, and I was told that 2 people quit in the same day. While they were at work, they quit because they said, and I quote, "This is too hard." I kid you not, my job is requirements of standing at a cash register, putting the extra brand new clothes that come in on a hanger, hanging them up, and the cash register's outdated, so it's not that hard. You literally just use a scanner, hit F10. It's too hard. That's not the reason why. The reason why nobody wants to work anymore is because nobody wants to work. They don't want to go to work. They don't want to stand at the cash register or the burgers or cutting the grass or doing whatever. Nobody wants to work. Everybody in this new generation, they think that they are self-sufficient. No offense to people that have their own businesses. But there are a lot of small businesses that are downgrading and they're attacking the big companies and saying, okay, well, you guys just need to go away. We want to be, we want all the money. We want to do it. They don't understand you're taking jobs away also from people that have been working, say, at Meijer, Walmart, Target, all these places that they've been working there for 20 to 30 years. And you're basically telling them to get lost because you want to have your own self-sufficiency. How are they supposed to have their own self-sufficiency? Everybody works together. Everybody's supposed to work at a certain age. You're supposed to have a job. You're not supposed to just sit home and stare at your phone and stare at your TV and stare at your game console when you're 30-something years old. Because also the other thing, what are you doing with your life? You're not socializing. You're not going outside. You're not living your life. You're not living and moving the body that God gave you. You're just sitting in one spot every single day. And I'm going on a rant today. Let's do it. These stay-at-home jobs. Like, I get it. Now, there are some stay-at-home jobs out there that are, like, necessary. Like, we have to have them, like telemarketers. And, I mean, a lot of people are going to attack me on that and be like, what? We don't need telemarketers. But there's, like, some jobs that are, like, necessary. Like, you have to, I can't even think of them. But there are jobs that you have to use at home where you have to call people, blah, blah, blah. But some of these jobs, man, it's like these stay-at-home jobs are popping up out of everywhere, like literally everywhere. It's getting to a point where people are selling things over the phone. They're selling, I'm not talking about like, it's not insurance and stuff like that. They're selling things like cars. They're selling trips. They're selling houses. Nobody wants to leave their house. Nobody wants to get up and go to a building. People are now trying to find places to stay at home. Forever. Never leave. People are talking about making money and just putting it away and staying home. I don't get it. I don't understand this new generation of people that don't want to have lives. They don't want lives. They want to stay home. Why do you think obesity is getting worse? People are getting fatter and fatter and fatter every year. Yes, I said it. Nobody's doing anything. You're just sitting around in a chair doing nothing. Why do you think the doctors are overfilled with people that are on different kind of SSRIs? You're not moving your body. You're not doing anything. You're not getting the sunlight. People are trying to find ways to tell people that sunlight's bad. They're telling us that there's particles in the air that we're going to breathe in and we're going to die. They're coming out with new things saying that spiders fly. No, they don't. There's jumping spiders that can jump long distances. They don't fly. Okay? God did put wings on spiders. These people are losing their minds. This generation is so pathetic. They are insane. Psychologically insane. And the sad part is this is the generation that is going to take care of my generation when we're in our 70s and 80s and 90s, God willing, and we are in the nursery. We're in the nursing homes. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm petrified. I don't know who's going to be taking care of me. I'm gonna be that old woman that's scared. Like, I'm going to be like, oh Lord, I'm going to be trying to keep myself active. I'm going to be that old lady walking down the hallway. I'm going to be that lady that's like, I'm not going down because I don't want that lady taking care of me. I'm going to be that lady. I'm going to try my hardest to be like, can I just, try to wipe myself? Can I just, like, I'm going to try my hardest, and God willing, and I hope that I'm able to keep my memory. So far, I don't have any memory problems in my family. Nobody on either my mom or my dad's side, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared, you guys. I really am. This world is going to hell in a handbag. And I'm doing everything I can to stay who I am in this messed up Terminator world that we're in. Like, I'm just waiting for Terminator to come around the corner. Like, I'm literally waiting for him to be like, I mean, it's like, it's getting to a point where I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, people are afraid of the world. They're afraid of everything, and the birds and the bees, and next they're going to say, if you look at a bird, your eyes are going to burn out. I mean, it's getting to a point where just things aren't making any sense anymore. Let's all just stay home forever. You got me messed up. Not happening. Not gonna do it. I'm living my life. I'm going out, getting a job, I'm going to work. I'm going out there. I'm living my life. I'm not gonna be, God didn't give us that. No, they all worked in the Bible. Everybody had jobs. The only people that stayed home the most were the mothers. But still, they didn't just stay in their house. They went outside, they fetched water, they took care of the animals, they walked around. Okay? God already spoke about all this, that this was going to happen, that these new age people were going to come in and the demons were going to roam the earth. Fear was going to become the new thing. Don't get me wrong. You want to know what my fears are outside? I don't like wasps. I'm afraid of wasps, and I'm also afraid of bees, and I don't like dragonflies. I have like a weird thing with dragonflies. So in the summertime, I'm always doing like karate moves when I'm outside. But the thing is, I still go outside. I still go for walks. Those are rational fears. These fears that they have nowadays about the outside world, I can't even believe I'm saying that. They're weird. And they keep looking for new things to stay inside. Without sunlight, you're not going to survive. We're not going to survive. This world's not going to make it. And the more that they continue to keep killing our sunlight and making it go away, you're not going to survive. And if you don't move your body and live your life, you're not going to survive. As the sunlight goes behind the clouds, like, peace. I don't know, man. I just started thinking about all this stuff today. I'm so sick and tired of the sensitivity of this world. I'm tired. It started with a phone call, and it just kind of just kept going. And the negativity of this world, it's just, I'm so sick and tired of the negativity of this world. Like, it wasn't like this 30, 40 years ago. People weren't like this. I was watching some old 80s music videos last night. I was watching Journey, which is one of my favorite bands. And I was just watching the people in the audience, and I'm thinking how great and lighthearted it was back then. Now it's just, they would have never imagined within 20 to 30 years, my mom and dad's generation, how shitty it is. My mom and dad my mom has said it herself. She goes, I don't understand why your generation, they're just so mean. They're so mean. She goes, these people are just so negative. And I looked at her and I said, Mom, I don't even want to be a part of this generation. I don't. I wish I could be in my mom and dad's generation because that looked like fun. Anyways, this video is 18 minutes long of me just ranting and eating a sandwich. I really want to do a lunch mukbang, and I want to do a sandwich mukbang with you guys. I didn't get chips. I didn't get no pop. So I want to do a chip and sandwich mukbang with a cold pop. Ice cold pop. If you know, you know. Hopefully I'll be able to do that here pretty soon. Hopefully tomorrow. But I gotta go. I gotta get the rest of my house cleaned. And then I'm probably gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna get outside. You know what I'm saying? Get outside. Wherever you're at and you're watching this video, go outside. Unless it's like a tornado or something. But go outside. Go outside. Peace out, guys.